Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Ambassador, it's great to have you with us. Thank you for the outstanding job that you're doing in an area that's so crucially important to not only the economy, the entire United States, but particularly to importance to our agricultural communities that I represent. With over $27 billion in farm value and 250 commodities, California leads the nation in agricultural production. According to a November 2005 report by the University of California Agriculture Issues Center at UC Davis, in 2004, for the first time, California had agricultural exports totaling over $8 billion, much of which originated in my home district, including almonds, dairy, rice, beef, dried plums, peaches, just to name a few. Understandably, of primary importance to our region is the improvement of global market access for California agriculture, whether through bilateral trade agreements or the continuing Doha round negotiations. For example, through the recently announced U.S.-Korea FTA, we have a real opportunity to expand market access for California agriculture, 4% of the state's total in 2004. Through reduced tariffs and liberalized import policies. Of course, there are still obstacles to overcome, such as the reluctance of the Koreans to discuss rice market access. Mr. Ambassador, could you maybe discuss this problem we're having with Korea concerning the rice and some of the other crops that face higher applied tariffs, such as our tree nuts?
Thank you, Mr. Herger, and let me thank you for your strong support of our agriculture export interests. You've been a leader on that, and in the FTAs, but also in Doha. And I think with regard to almonds, you're looking at in your area now being not mistaken. So it's a huge interest among so many of the growers. Most of those products you named in your district, by the way, receive little or no subsidy. So for them, what they're looking for is a level playing field out there where they can compete fairly, and it's not fair now. The average tariff is 62% globally in agriculture. Our tariffs in this country on average are 12%. And I don't think that's unfair for us to ask for that, and I think we can do it through bilateral, regional, and multilateral efforts, and I look forward to working with you continually on that. With regard to Korea, you're right, it's a huge opportunity for us. It's our 7th biggest trading partner, but I believe it's now our 5th biggest agriculture market, and the potential is enormous because they have significant barriers in place. Even though it's a big market already, significant barriers in place. So there is a lot of potential for California agriculture and agriculture around this country. We, as you know, in our FTAs require a comprehensive agreement. We have the gold standard in free trade agreements. I know sometimes they get controversial here in the halls of Congress, but I'll tell you around the world, people look at our FTAs as being the most comprehensive, the most difficult, frankly, because they require the most market access. And, you know, with regard to Korea, we didn't launch this FTA without Korea acknowledging that and understanding that. And that means it covers agriculture. And, you know, we haven't gotten to the point of negotiating yet because we have the agreement up here on the Hill and we have to wait a certain number of days, 90 days, before we can start the intense negotiations. But we are poised to do that, including with our agriculture negotiator. I want to take this opportunity, if I could, Mr. Herger, to introduce Dick Crowder, who you already know, but Mr. Crowder is our new agriculture negotiator as of a couple months ago. Through the Senate process, he's confirmed. He's an ambassador. He negotiates for us. He got back from Europe just yesterday. He was the chief negotiator for the United States back during the Uruguay round when this function was actually at the Department of Agriculture. He's got a lot of experience in the private sector, and we're delighted to have him on board. And he's tough, and he focuses on exactly what you're talking about. And he'll be very involved in this Korean FTA. So, in fact, he's made some comments about the Korea FTA, which have been picked up by the media in Korea and here. And the comments he's made have been basically the obvious one, which is we have comprehensive agreements that include agriculture, and it's going to have to be dealt with, including rice.
Thank you. Would you mind commenting on beef and restoring access to beef to...
Just in the last couple of months on beef, we hope to make some more progress in the next couple of months with regard to a number of different countries. Japan was a step forward, then a step back. We're hoping to be able to restore that market soon after what I'm sure will be a very comprehensive and objective report by the Department of Agriculture. With regard to Korea, before we launched the FTA, there was a decision made on the basis of science in Korea to expand the U.S. beef market there for the boneless product. Boneless beef is our largest export, and it's an important accomplishment for our cattlemen. It was for cattle 30 months and younger, which is the international standard, the OIE standard. We were very pleased with that. What we are still seeking, though, after commending our Korean trade partners for this opening, is that the bone-in product, including short ribs, also be included. We believe that the science supports our position strongly. We believe that even the more recent decisions that have been made here in the United States with regard to certifying the bone-in product support our decision, and we believe the international standards support the position that we've taken. So we're hopeful that through the process of additional discussions and focus on science and focus on the international standards, we'll be able to open the market even further in Korea. But we are very pleased that prior to the launch of the FTA, we were able to get a significant opening with regard to the boneless product.
Thank you very much.
Time has expired. Mr. McDonough.